Sicilian defense, open, dragon, Rauzer variation, 9, d5 10.x5 nx d5 11.nx c6 bx c6 12.bd4. Giveaway. One player was winning, but then gave it away. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. The middle game battle was fairly even. Sharp games are frequently the result of starting with the king's pawn, since it dominates the center and frees up the bishop and queen on the light squares. The c-pawn in the Sicilian defense controls the d4 square. Nf3 moves the knight toward the center in anticipation of a pawn push on d4, where it will be ready to retake the piece if black captures on d4. When black eventually plays nf6, white is prevented from moving the piece to e5 by the opening of the light-squared bishop on d6. d4 offers to trade the d-pawn for the c-pawn, giving up a center pawn for more active pieces. Cx d4 gives black 2 central pawns versus 1 central pawn for white. Nx d4 recaptures the pawn and activates the knight in return for having 1 central pawn versus black's 2 central pawns. Nf6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the undefended e4 pawn. Nc3 defends the e4 pawn and starts to develop on the queen side. G6 prepares to fianchetto the dark-squared bishop on g7, where it will sit on the long diagonal. b3 supports the strong d4 knight in the center. bg7 puts the bishop on the long diagonal in a move called a fianchetto. It is best. f3 supports the e4 pawn, and prepares to develop the dark-squared bishop to e3 and the queen to d2, a common attacking setup versus fianchetto systems. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. qd2 develops the queen, defends the bishop on e3 and prepares to castle queenside. nc6 develops the knight, attacks the knight on d4 and controls the e5 square. Queenside castling gets the king out of the center, activates the rook and seeks to start an attack on the king's side. The pawn on e4 is under attack as d5 occupies space in the middle. x5 captures the d5 pawn and attacks the knight on c6. nx d5 recaptures the d5 pawn and centralizes the knight. nx c6 captures the knight on c6 and attacks the queen. bx c6 recaptures the knight and opens up the b file. bd4 centralizes the dark-squared bishop and offers to trade black's strong bishop on g7. This keeps the material balance in check with good commerce. Recaptures. This move puts the bishop on a safer square. This is the only move that works. This exposes an attack, threatening a queen. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is the only good move. Backs off. This offers an equal trade of pieces. This is the only move that works. The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense. A pawn that was being attacked and had no defenses is now protected by this. It is the final book action. This misses an opportunity to challenge the opposing rook for the open file. It is an inaccuracy. This misses a chance to link together rooks. It is incorrect. What I would have advised is that it is ideal. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. That's good. Now that the rooks can see one another, they can defend one another. It is quite good. This ignores a better way to develop a rook off its starting square. It is a mistake. There was only one good move in that position. This permits the opponent to take an open file with the rook. It is a miss. This misses a chance to capture an open file with the rook. It is incorrect. Although white lost their edge, the game is still almost evenly matched. It is incorrect. This doubles the rooks onto a single file, which allows them to team up to create threats. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. The best choice is this one. It is ideal. This is the only good move. This threatens to win a pawn. It is a great move. Very precise. It is best. This is the only move that works. It is best. That was a great move and very hard to find. It is brilliant. Giveaway one player was winning, but then gave it away. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. The middle game battle was fairly even.